What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new episode of the Trifecta. It's been a couple of weeks. We've been busy. I had a predicament last week, which I'm going to talk about. Tyrone's been off doing his thing. Tommy, Ty, how are you guys? Tommy, we'll start with you.
Oh man, it's good to be back. It's really good to be
Right?
back. I've been waiting for this show for a while. We've had some stuff come up that can't control, but man, I'm excited. We're gonna have a good one here. So I'm doing good, doing good.
I'm glad. Ty, how you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to roll as well. Drop some gems on the fans. For some reason, I always gotta have my haircut. Well, I need a haircut every time we get on. So, you know,
I got one too, man. You gotta do it. You gotta look nice.
man, I need one every time we get on. I need one. So this is barbershop talk.
Bro,
I need to get in the
you
chair.
guys, you guys know how much crap Randy gives me for the backwards hat, but like, look at this mess. I can't. I need a haircut too. So listen, we can hide it for another episode. So, guys, today we have a fun show planned. Aside from making fun of Tommy the whole time, we're going to be talking about the greatest of all time quarterbacks. We're going to be talking about some NBA rumors, and basically, that probably going to take up most of the show. If we have time, I guess we'll cover some mid-season awards for the NFL. So, let's dive right in. Tommy.
Ooh.
So you were the one that came up with the idea of like let's have the GOAT conversation for quarterbacks in the NFL, greatest of all time, and it sparked because I was arguing that Peyton Manning should not be in that conversation. I feel like you disagree with me, but what are your thoughts?
See, you also have to remember that even though I'm not a big Peyton Manning fan, I do live in Indiana. So, for you to say that, you're like banned from coming here ever.
I mean,
I'm sorry, and not that you're missing much, but you're not allowed to come here now. I just don't know how you could say he's not at least top five. I mean, I don't like him, but the dude's a legend.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not top five, but I figure if you're going to be in the GOAT conversation, you have to be top three. And Peyton Manning's not that. I mean, he's not. I don't know, but that's my opinion.
I feel like top four. You know, just Mount Rushmore. You know, you just got to put the
Okay.
four.
Sure, he's still not in my top four.
I want to know who your top four is after that, because that's a load of malarkey right there.
I mean, my top four all time.
All time.
No particular order because we're gonna save that part for later.
Don't spoil it.
But no, my top four would be probably Brady, Elway, Montana, and then honestly, I would put Drew Brees above Peyton Manning.
Elway and Drew Brees.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'm a Broncos. You put Elway in there? Come on. Oh.
I don't know. That was a different list. I didn't expect.
I did not expect Drew Brees in that list.
I didn't expect Drew Brees. I would probably say my Mount Rushmore would probably be Brady. Not in no particular order, right? So Montana, Brady, Montana. I like Dan Marino and
See, I can live with that.
yeah, Dan Marino and wow, that fourth one is really hard to come up with.
Peyton Manning.
I would have.
Hell, he's in there, man.
It's not Peyton.
Bro, Peyton Manning is definitely up there. Again, like Tommy, I definitely, am not a Peyton Manning fan. He did win the fantasy one year, so that was cool. But other than that, I'm not a fan because he beat the Bears in the Super Bowl. So, I'm still quite salty about that one.
Yeah.
But he's not bad.
He's top five, but he's not top four. So
You put Drew Brees top four, though.
Yeah, I did. I did put Drew Brees top four because he holds almost as many records as Brady.
I'm not at that anymore because Drew Brees definitely does hold a lot of records, and he definitely, has a ring alongside with what Peyton Manning's won as well. No, Peyton Manning has two. Never mind.
Drew Brees has at least one, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just one. Just one.
Just one.
Not two.
But Peyton Manning's second one was scripted.
Scripted?
Conspiracy.
He was gifted that ring by the league because he was retiring.
Bro, I have the Super Bowl DVD over there. Do we need to go sit and watch it together?
Yeah,
And let me
do.
show you if it's scripted.
Yeah,
Stop.
we
That's
do.
a top 5 defense of all time. Stop it.
I'm just kidding, Tommy. Maybe a little, but you know.
It's been like 3 weeks, so you got to get it all in now, right?
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to hear your outrageous hot take.
Oh, just wait. No, my Mount Rushmore is pretty standard, but in no order. It's Brady, Montana, Manning, and Rodgers. Just think you can't go wrong with that. So that's just me. But I like Marino. I think Marino's a good choice. Best quarterback to never win a Super Bowl. Honestly, probably best player to never win a Super Bowl. Breeze, I understand what you're saying. I do. The way I look at it is just the fact that Breeze was injured when he got hurt when he was still with San Diego. He injured his throwing shoulder, I want to say in his like second or third year. And Manning,
I believe it was his third year.
Yeah. And then he went to New Orleans in 2005. So I think he got drafted 01. I took the year off in 04. I could be wrong on that, but Manning got drafted in 98 and got hurt in 2010, the end of the 2010 season. So he had already played 12 years. And for him to come back after all of that and have the most successful, at the time, obviously Mahomes is probably going to break it, and I'm pretty sure Mahomes has broken some of his records at that period. To come back in a whole new team, whole new system 12 years later, or 12 years after his debut, after his neck surgery, and have the greatest season as a quarterback that we've seen, I mean, that's just so impressive to me. To be able to watch that, I remember watching the 2013 team. I mean, they didn't do good in 2012. They lost it to Baltimore in the playoffs on that Joe Flacco Hail Mary. But, I mean, 2013, that season, you start a season off with 7 touchdowns and then finish with, what do you have, 55, I think was the record. I mean, that's crazy, man. So that's the only reason why I would put him. I understand what you're saying with Brees. I just think the fact that he did it at an older age, had his injury at an older age, and was able to come back and have that successful of a season, that's what puts him over the hill for me. Even though I don't like him.
Yes, I can't disagree with that, but to me, just because the thing is, aside from that one phenomenal year, like Peyton Manning, the thing I love about Peyton Manning, and again, I'm not a huge Peyton Manning fan, but I respect the hell out of the guy. He's consistent. He has been consistent basically his whole career. Every time he steps out on the field, he's going to do well. Every quarterback has bad games. I mean, we saw it with Brady against Breeze last week. That was a terrible game. But I mean, that
was bad.
I'm speaking very politely here. That was an awful game. But it's just everything that Peyton has done has already been done better after he retired. Aside in Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, I think it was 52 touchdowns he threw his first season as a starter.
Something like
that. Granted, he didn't hit the same number Peyton hit. He still replicated it in only his second year his first year as a starter, his sophomore season overall. And that, to me, is far more impressive. Like, I love Peyton Manning, and especially as a Patriots fan growing up, the battle between Brady and Manning, Patriots versus the Colts, everything going forward, I get it. But I can't put him that high.
That's fair.
So you're knocking him, right, because of what he's done has been done better, right? But Patrick Mahomes is about to blow everybody out the water. So does everybody not matter because of what Patrick Mahomes do, in the next 10 years?
Yeah, basically.
If he can stay healthy.
Correct. If Patrick Mahomes stays healthy, if he stays healthy, right? If he stays healthy and he can keep up with what he's doing, in my opinion, he passes Tom Brady in the GOAT conversation.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
No contest.
I definitely will be the next GOAT. Like, you guys already know my take on Patrick Mahomes, 7 rings, all of that. But I'm just asking because does a Mount Rushmore not matter anymore because of what Patrick Mahomes is about to do?
Not necessarily. Right now, you can't put Patrick Mahomes on a Mount Rushmore.
I
Right?
mean, right now, but I'm saying like I'm just using
But
you
in 10 years,
for like
it absolutely does matter. Because in 10 years, if Patrick Mahomes does all this, he takes it would. Patrick Mahomes is the first face on that Mount Rushmore, and there's everybody else. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, like, to answer your question, yes, what he does in 10 years does matter.
I get it. I get what you're saying now. So you're saying that Drew Brees is only right there because he did what Katie did, but better.
Yeah, and I mean,
Okay.
and the thing is Drew Brees is still playing at what I would consider an elite level.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting up phenomenal numbers week in and week out, and I mean, granted, he has a very strong offense and a great defense that helps him, but there's no denying he has the most passing yards of all quarterbacks of all time. Him and Tom Brady are going back and forth with passing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just unbelievable what Drew Brees has done. And the thing about it, right, is he has one ring. You guys can't tell me that the Saints have been contenders the whole time he was there. So that one ring, I feel like the value of that ring is more than Peyton's too. Granted, like the defense in Super Bowl 50 against the Panthers, top 5 defense in the league, absolutely. Von Miller was an absolute stud. But Peyton didn't do much in that game, right?
No, he
Drew
didn't.
Brees is the reason the Saints won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
For the
about
most
that.
For
I think
the
it's
most
more
part.
Peyton Manning lost them that Super Bowl, throwing that pick 6 to Malcolm Jenkins.
yes, but still, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like the things Drew Brees has done and accomplished kind of just outweigh it. So that's why I would put Drew Brees above Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I'm not fighting you on that. Drew Brees is definitely my favorite quarterback. Well, one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. You know, next to Mike Vick. You feel me? But we're not putting Mike Vick on the Mount Rushmore by any means necessary.
Okay, if we're gonna put, you know who also deserves to be talked about? They're nowhere near like the top, but Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
No!
None of them
Stop!
I said he
Stop!
doesn't deserve to be near the top, but I miss him. I
Yeah.
miss watching him play.
fan
He was a fun.
favorite. He's not the best, but he's
No.
definitely a fan favorite.
Man,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
absolutely.
put him in my top 25.
I'm not saying I would either, but he's fun to watch.
What he did in the end of his career when he went to Washington, man, that man stunk. I mean, I know most people that go to Washington are pretty garbage, but that man looked like Kellen Clemens and Jim Sorgi put into one or something, man. He was a backup and a half.
I think he's only noteworthy because of the chunky commercials, man. His mom carried his football career for sure with those.
There's actually one quarterback I want to talk about, and I want to know where you guys rank him. Is Brett Favre
Top 15.
top 15? I respect
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it's tough with him just because when he left, the Packers got an immediate superstar in Aaron Rodgers, who basically was like, when he left in I want to say 08, I think he went to the Jets. I mean, you get Rodgers coming in, and he basically does what Brett Favre does, even better. And
Right.
he basically, yes, obviously Favre won the Super Bowl back in 96, excuse me, and then he kind of had his playoff moments. I guess he didn't do so hot in the playoffs a lot. And then you have Rodgers come in. He wins the Super Bowl. It's fourth year as a starter, or third or fourth year as a starter. They won 2010. I mean, he kind of usurped him, I guess is the right word there. He kind of just passed him because they had that. If you look at a lot of teams that have these GOAT quarterbacks, Elway, Brady, Manning, a lot of the guys who replace them nowhere near, or they'll be replaced in 2 years or something. But with Rodgers, I mean, he was better. He was Favre and even better right when he started, and he kind of just continue that streak of how good the Packers were up until now. I mean, he's still kicking ass. So I like Favre. I think he's the gunslinger. He is what Patrick Mahomes is now in a different 20 years before. So I obviously know that his name should be up there, but I don't think he cracks my top 10. I'd probably say somewhere like 12, 13. If I had to make a list, if I had to look at it, yeah, I'd say 12, 13.
So before we continue, real quick, we have a comment. Shout out to Sarah. Hello. She said hi.
What
The story that you were just telling about Brett Favre, right? Sounds very familiar. Drew Bledsoe and Tom Brady.
Yeah, but Bledsoe wasn't really good. I mean, Bledsoe was good, but he wasn't really like Favre was.
Great.
Favre was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I don't think Bledsoe's going to be in the. I don't think he is in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he will be. He was good. He was serviceable. He could get you a few Pro Bowls, but I just think Favre, when he ended his career, if he would have left after Green Bay and not went to Minnesota and New York, he's a Hall of Famer. And then you have Rodgers come in, he's a Hall of Famer. With Brady, who'd you guys have? Brissett, Garoppolo, they're probably not going to end up being Hall of Famers. And Bledsoe isn't a Hall of Famer, and then you have Brady come in and he kills it. So that's my reasoning for it.
Yeah, it's more Montana and what's the other
Steve Young?
Yeah, Steve Young. It's more Montana Steve Young situation than, Brady Bledsoe, I would say. But, again, credit the Packers. I always say this, and I really don't like the Packers like that, but I do say this. Credit them for always, having another quarterback waiting to take over, right?
But never another receiver.
Never another receiver. That's their problem. They're always a middle of the pack team. Just because of the way they manage weapons for their quarterback. But I do credit them for always having, the next captain, the stewardship up. I will say that. The Bears never have that situation.
Just for anybody needing clarity. Clarity, sorry.
Good job, Tommy.
It's been a long day. The last receiver that the Packers drafted in the first round was Javon Walker. So take that with what you will. Packers don't do a good job of giving their quarterback some weapons. They took a big boy in A.J. Dillon who's sitting on the sideline probably eating pancakes every single game. So instead of drafting a receiver, what's wrong with them?
Man.
Took quarterback Jordan Love. He's always loving the clipboard that he's holding every game.
Hey, man, learning, though.
To be fair. So, actually, that brings me into my next question before we get into our GOAT conversation of quarterback. Do you think Aaron Rodgers goes to a different team, or do you think he retires the Packers?
God, I hope he goes to another team.
I hope he
goes to a team in the division.
Ooh, you
He's
really
not
think
going to the Bears?
You really think they do that twice? Two Packers quarterbacks leave?
I did not say that. I said he goes to a team in the division.
Who?
Fight the Packers.
Yo, low key, him in Minnesota would be dangerous.
Jared's a hater, bro. Why he just the Bears, man? Like he know I wanted to be the Bears, but he say Minnesota. Hater, man. He's a hater.
Have the Bears had any quarterback that's finished in the top 10 at the end of the year? Jay Cutler, baby! Woo!
Jay Cutler was the best of all time I've seen in the Bears uniform anyway.
I'm sorry, because we got rid of him for a reason, man.
I see. We definitely had to drag Rex Grossman to the Super Bowl. Literally, special teams and defense just dragged them along the way to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, man, it's rough. And Jared won't speak it into existence. So it's sad.
Okay, I will look at it in the division way, and then I'll look at it overall in the league way. I think that he could go to a team and have success like Detroit. I could see him go to Chicago too. I think that they have weapons there. They have a lot of good pieces there. I just think Detroit. I don't think Chicago's going to get rid of Matt Nagy. this year, I think they're still going to stick with him because what's your guys' record? Like 5-3?
No, we're like 5-4.
Okay, you're over 500. You're still in the hunt. I
Yeah.
think because you're in the hunt, you're not going to get rid of your coach. I think you get a new quarterback. I think they could get Trey Lance out of North Dakota State. I think that would be a good pick if he falls. But I think if Detroit gets rid of Patricia, you know, you got DeAndre Swift there. You still got Hawkinson. You got Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones. That is a solid offense. And Rodgers performs way better indoors. And we've seen that in, you know, the Motor City Miracle or whatever it's called. I don't know. The one where he threw it to Richard Rodgers in the Hail Mary. I mean, he plays better in that arena. He's dominated the Lions in his entire career. So
Everybody dominates the Lions, bro.
they're sneaky, but yeah, they really do. But outside of the division, I could see, I think I mentioned this because I think we brought it up a while ago, a few episodes back. I could really see him going to Oakland. Oakland tried to trade for him when they had Randy Moss before. They wanted to do a straight up, I think it was 07, right, or 06, right before Moss got traded to New England. I think that's a really good place to go. He's got weapons there. He's got a great running back in Josh Jacobs. There's a really good culture growing there with, you know, what John Gruden's done and what Mike Mayock has done in the general manager spot. That defense is pretty good too. I mean, sorry about the Bears, but they let Nick Kwiatkowski go for some reason, and that dude is stacking up the box score. So yeah, I could see Oakland being or Vegas being a really good spot for him if they decide to, in a stupid way, if somehow Gunakunst or whatever his name is watches this video, if you get rid of Aaron Rodgers, you will be out of a job within a day. I promise you that.
I'm telling you, man, Rodgers is going to be spiteful. He's won in the division, bro.
I actually can't disagree with Ty there.
I just feel like his emotions run.
That'd be funny, though. It would be funny.
I feel like, I know I give you a lot of crap, Ty, but I feel like the Bears would just be a really good fit for him. I mean, the wide receiver core you have in general is just dangerous. But, I mean, you don't have a quarterback. You have two bench players.
The old story of Chicago.
And that's bad. Yeah, that's bad because I really like that Cole Kmet kid, the tight end that you guys said. I like him a lot.
We can't get him the ball.
Jimmy Graham's getting more snaps than him for some reason.
I don't know.
It shouldn't be that way.
It really shouldn't.
Jimmy Graham and Aaron Rodgers reunion in Chicago.
Oh, gosh.
Ty's like, yeah. Jimmy.
He didn't really do anything with the Packers, though.
Jimmy Graham is the Todd Gurley of tight ends. He gets touchdowns to where it makes him look good, but if you watch his game tape, he is garbage. He doesn't do anything. He gets 3 yards a carry or something, but he's got 8 touchdowns because he plunges it in from the 1 yard line. I'm telling you, man, I'm not a big Jimmy Graham fan ever since he left New Orleans. He's overrated.
Yeah, ever since he left, like Tom Brady got the best out of. I mean, not Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Wow.
Yeah.
Drew Brees got the best out of him, man. And ever since then, it's just been a name and not, production.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Think of that. Could you imagine really, like in let's say 2011, back when Graham was at his best, if he was playing with Aaron Rodgers, who was at his best that year? I mean, come on. Like, there's no way that those two should not be good together. And they were, I don't even remember Jimmy Graham catching more than 10 touchdowns in his career with Green Bay. In those, 1 or 2 years that he was there?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way. He's just a name now.
You know what's really sad? Is Reggie Bush, his, final year.
I know what you're going with this one.
-2 rushing yards. How are you a Heisman Trophy winner? One of them supposed to be the most glorified running back ever.
I have an answer for that.
He's not a Heisman Trophy winner.
Hey,
the NCAA does not, or maybe they do now. I think they might have ruled against it, but they do not classify him as a Heisman Trophy winner.
Why?
Because of the scandal that USC was going on with Pete Carroll and stuff. Yeah, they stripped him of the Heisman Trophy. I think they might have reversed that decision last year, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, for a while he was not. There was no Heisman winner
Yeah,
for
they
that year.
all of their records. Like they stripped,
Oh wow, I
everything.
had no idea.
Yeah, that's why they
But
like trash because
but no, like he was
it's,
supposed to be like the glorified next best running back of all time, and then he finishes with -2 rushing yards. But it looks like Sarah has a question, and we actually were just talking about it. What offense do you think Aaron Rodgers would be best in overall in the league? So, aside from like trades and any of that,
Chiefs, bro. Chiefs. Everybody would be better with the Chiefs, bro. They have
Okay. Let's hold on before we answer. Let's go. No, like
No Chiefs?
Baltimore, no Chiefs, no Saints.
Okay.
Gotta go outside the box here, because
that's
everybody's gonna say the Chiefs. You put
personally, I don't agree with Ty and the Chiefs, but that's for another reason.
You explain that.
Yeah. I got it now. I gotta know, because that's my number one if I didn't have to. But
the reason so obviously the Chiefs are top 3 for me for where like I think he would fit, but the reason I don't think it's the best is just because of the playbook. Like I feel like the type of offense they have, I don't know.
What?
Man, it's not a
Mahomes runs around, Rodgers runs around. What are you talking about? They make throws that look the same.
No,
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying.
So what team would he be the best in? And you've been making a lot of top 3 lists today that I don't agree with. So what's your number one with this one? I swear to God, if you say the New England Patriots, I'm leaving this studio. I swear to God, if you say he's going to turn Jacoby Myers into this next stud receiver, I'm leaving.
No. Personally, we're going outside the box, right? No Baltimore, no Saints, nothing like that. Personally, I would say the Colts.
Why did I have a feeling you'd say that?
So the Colts have one of the best offensive lines in the entire league. They have a lot of underrated weapons. A lot of their offense, people don't look at it as good as they are. And unfortunately, their quarterback just isn't like they're doing well this season, but if you put Aaron Rodgers there, I feel like that team's undefeated right now.
Man,
that's a personal.
I see that. Pittman balled out on Thursday night. I like Michael Pittman a lot, but I mean, when you look at it, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I mean, they just have pieces everywhere. I mean, they have a 3-headed running back, roster, and that's with losing Marlon Mack for the season. I don't think he comes back next year. You got Nyheim Hines, Jonathan Taylor, and Jordan Wilkins. You got Mo Alley Cox and with Jack Doyle at tight end. T.Y. Hilton is like your third receiver, and he's still, if he can stay healthy, I think he's got the talent to be a top 30 receiver. He's a good receiver.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And that defense is good, too. I mean, Kenny Moore, Darius Leonard, they got DeForest Buckner that they traded for. I like that. I didn't think about that, but that is a really good team for him to go to. I would be interested in seeing that. I might have to turn into a Colts fan next year since I live there, but we'll see. Probably not.
I've always had a soft spot for the Colts. I mean, I don't know what it is. I think it's like the rivalry, like Patriots versus the Colts, like way back when I was young and whatever. But I just, based off how that offense looks, how that team runs, the coaching staff there, I feel like it's a good fit for him. Ty, what?
I would say the Browns go with a healthy OBJ. They have it on paper. It's just Baker didn't really pan out to be who we thought he was. You put Rodgers in that spot. OBJ is getting targets. Then you have a guy who barely drops balls with juice. Jarvis Landry, and then you got the rushing leader before going down with the injury. That O-line is solid, right? I just think that maybe they would need a better offensive coach, but if you have Rodgers, it really doesn't matter. It's going to audible it, and they're just going to play backyard football at that point. I mean, Rodgers and OBJ, those are 2 backyard football players. Rodgers somehow just flicks his finger, and Devontae Adams knows to break off the route and do something else. You don't think he's gonna sit there and do the same thing with OBJ? I think that would be the perfect offense for him. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you could just put Jarvis Landry at quarterback for the Browns, and it would still be better.
Honestly, you could. And Jarvis probably has as many touchdowns thrown as Baker this year. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But Hulu has live sports.
Hulu does.
Baker Mayfield's head.
Sponsored by Hulu.
Hulu does have live.
Okay, to be fair, those commercials are hilarious.
They are pretty funny. No, for me,
I have a feeling I know what team you're gonna say, but I really want to.
You should make it easy. I mean, I made it pretty easy for everybody. I mean, if you know me, you know who I'm guessing with. Rodgers makes everyone better. We're talking about a healthy team. Cortland, KJ, Jerry Jeudy, Noah Fant, Albert O, Philip Lindsay, and Melvin Gordon. That team would be I love Drew Lock, and I'll still hold out for him because he still hasn't finished his whole first season yet. I want to see what the rest he's got. But I'm telling you, man, that team fully healthy with a good quarterback of the stature of Rodgers. I know I'm a Broncos fan, but my God, I was
going to say it, but I know you're a Broncos fan, so I'll let you take it. But I was definitely going to say that. But
I mean, that team it's youth, and that's the thing is that team is built on youth. And when you have a veteran like that who brings everybody in and just makes them play better, I mean, me and Ty were talking about it. Jeudy with the throw a hand on the go route and then slide back for the comeback. I mean, I said it at the beginning. I think we when we started talking about it the first week, I said Jeudy is the best pure route runner in the league. That was dirty. I mean, he made AJ Terrell look like a 7th round pick, and that guy was a 1st round pick. I mean, Rodgers on that team would make me a very happy fan. So John Elway, if you're listening, if Drew's not the answer, which I think he still is, but you never know, open up the checkbook, get rid of some guys, throw some money around, just give me some Aaron Rodgers next year. We'll be champions.
You know what he's saying to you? I already did it. Hey, I'm not doing it again.
He goes, I'll put on the jersey before I sign anybody better than me.
Oh, God. Actually, while we were
Jared's the one fan that thinks that he's better than Manning.
Who, Aaron Rodgers?
Elway.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
You and Elway share the same headspace on that one. They're the only two people who think that Manning's worse.
Not by a lot. It's a very small margin. But
very minuscule.
Yeah.
like the Broncos playoff chances after this week.
After the Patriots playoff chances this year.
If they don't find a way to beat Vegas tomorrow,
it's okay, guys. We can all just wallow in our teams,
Hold up. You know what?
Yeah, but my team lost the World Series too, so this has been a really bad year for me as a sports fan.
Oh, God to the world.
My team. Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's true.
So we might as well. Okay, I feel like we got off topic with that a little bit.
We all had such high expectations. We all had such high expectations this year. All come crashing down.
GOAT conversation. So, who is your GOAT quarterback, greatest quarterback of all time? Who would you put there?
Who's starting it off?
I'll start.
Actually, this Sarah asked another question.
Oh boy.
She's from England, and football is completely different there. So,
I'll take the lead on this one.
Okay, Tommy.
Okay. So, you got big yellow goalpost thingies on side and on the side, right? Like right about that big. Yeah, right there. You got 11 people on green grass playing against 11 people on the other green grass. And there's a little football that kind of looks like that. I know that might pertain to be dirty or anything, but don't worry. It's okay. It looks like that. They run or throw ball deep yards in green grass and score touchdowns for points. The winner is decided at end. That is American football. Thank you coming for my TED Talk.
She's from England. She's not stupid.
I never said she was.
No, but
I
feel like the way you explained it would be like explaining it to somebody with autism. The way I probably explained it to you.
But But think about it. What if somebody is watching this and they are too scared to ask that question?
See?
So then you I don't want to dumb it down. Sounds rude, and I'm not trying to dumb it down.
No.
I'm just saying it's the easiest way to explain it. Ball goes in green or on green grass, yellow goalpost. Coach goes mad. Touchdown. Game over.
See,
No.
7 points. Just remember, 7 points is better than 1 point.
Yeah.
Football and football.
oh my god. I'm dying.
Oh, just wait. It gets better when I do the hot take.
You know what? Let's just scrap the GOAT conversation because we all know mine's Tom Brady. There's really, for me, there's no argument against Brady, but you know what?
I'm sorry, Ty, but mine is Aaron Rodgers.
It's okay, man. Mine is
I
Brady.
knew it.
Mine is Brady, but he's definitely gonna pass that torch to Patrick.
Stop, bro. He's already been hurt.
That's all I gotta say, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. The Broncos. I said this at the beginning of the season. The Broncos are gonna beat the Chiefs once this year. There's another game coming up later in the season. Don't worry. Drew Lock's gonna usurp him as the best of the AFC West.
Tom, you already have one. All right.
That's fine. You gotta get 6 more, man.
Hey, man, he's getting one this year. I don't want to mess up and do that.
No, he's not. He's not winning. He's not winning.
This year, how many is that?
The Buccaneers will beat him in the Super Bowl.
I'm actually with Tommy on this one.
I'm telling you, man, the Bucs can have one bad game. That's fine. They got embarrassed, but I'm telling you, bro, Tampa Bay is still going to be a good team. You also have to remember they just threw Antonio Brown in. That's fine. My GOAT is Rodgers because when I think of quarterbacks, I think of throwing the ball. And when I don't want to look at championships, I don't want to look at yards or anything like that. I want to look at who can throw the ball the best. In the throws that I've seen Rodgers make, the 2017 divisional against Dallas, the pass to Jared Cook on the sideline to set up the game-winning field goal. The Hail Mary against Detroit. The guy throws the ball so well. I mean, he puts it in places that quarterbacks shouldn't be able to make throws like that, and he does it on a consistent basis.
Are you saying that Peyton Manning doesn't throw the ball well, though?
Peyton Manning can't make some of the throws that Rodgers.
Not Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
Rodgers can't make some of the throws Brady cannot make some of the throws that Rodgers makes on the run.
I'm a Brady fan, and I agree with that.
I'm sorry.
I agree with that. He's not going to do anything on the run, but I'm just saying, bro. 6 rings.
That's fine. I get that. Montana's got a good amount of rings, too. But you were talking about Marino. Marino has...
I think he's over Rodgers. He's over Rodgers.
That's fine, but you said Marino was in your
And
he has no rings. So that's why I don't like looking at rings. I'm trying to look at who can throw the ball the best, and I think that Rodgers makes the best throws that I've seen personally as a fan.
Fair.
I'm sorry, I know you're a Bears fan.
He just wears the wrong colors, man. He chose those ugly. Well, he didn't even choose them, but he just so happened to wear the ugly green and darker green and muted green colors.
To be fair, I honest to God, before we started the show, I was joking with Tommy. I'm like, I know his pick's going to be Aaron Rodgers. I knew it was going to be Aaron Rodgers from the beginning anyway, because of an episode a few weeks back. But
I love him. He's so good.
For whatever reason, when you were like, you're going to love this hot take, I really thought you were going to say Ben Roethlisberger, and I was about to smack you.
No.
Ben Roethlisberger. Wow. Is that what you guys think of me? Is that I would pick Ben Roethlisberger as my GOAT? Oh my goodness!
Still a better pick than Tim Tebow.
Okay, I like Tim Tebow, but I would never put him as the GOAT. I'm not an idiot. On some days, Come on now.
Yeah, man.
Ben,
All jokes aside, though, I do respect Rogers' game. He just smells like cheese.
what?
He just smells like cheese.
I
But
thought that's what you said. Smells like cheese. Have you been up next to him? Do you know for sure?
I'm
He's a cheesehead.
all those cheese heads rubbed off him,
All right, to be fair, Ty's not allowed to talk crap about other people's quarterbacks. He has Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky. So.
Hey,
Woo!
Nick Doles has a Super Bowl, so we can hang our hat on
No.
Wow.
Anyway, let's move on. Okay, I'm tired of talking about football. Let's talk basketball.
A lot of people have Super Bowls too, man. You know that there's a kicker with an MVP award?
that. For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT. I don't
He's
even
the
know.
greatest of all time.
The greatest football player of all time.
Greatest
Kicker
ever.
with the MVP
First
award.
kicker to ever do it, last kicker to ever do it too.
He's the GOAT. Talk about it.
Except for the Colts' new quarterback, he has more points than any other player in the league total or whatever. The rookie they drafted. or
Oh,
whatever.
kicker. Oh, goggles?
Yeah.
Blankenship! I love Rodrigo.
I love Blankenship. That's my-
Coming out of Georgia. I love goggles. Oh, man. He makes me so happy.
Anyway,
Can we get him on the show? Can we get goggles on the show?
yeah, well,
Rodrigo!
let's all just tweet at him at the same time.
Yes.
And he says yes.
Yes.
No, but I'm tired of talking about football. Let's talk basketball because basketball is around the corner. The NBA starts December 22nd. And honestly, I am so happy. Yeah, I mean, I just cannot wait. There's a lot of rumors swirling, especially around the Celtics, which, if you know me, you know I'm a Celtics fan. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with that. But how do you guys feel about the NBA coming back so soon?
Well, I'm on the player side. It's kind of annoying, but for them, but as a fan, hey, it's good.
Yeah, for me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I want them. Well, I get that some players are saying that they need a rest. I understand that. I don't remember when the finals wrapped up. What was it? August or
Literally
September?
probably like 2 weeks ago, bro. I don't know.
It was not 2 weeks ago. This was
Let me look.
the middle of August. August 17th.
Jared,
I'm guessing August 17th.
Exaggeration.
You guys talk while I'm doing this. October. It was around October, so like October 12th or whatever. We'll go around then. Okay, so that's fine. When you think of it, there's 16 teams that came to the bubble, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah.
No, you're not right on that because they had
22. There's 22.
Yeah.
16 teams in the playoffs. That's my bad. My bad. So 8 teams are already not playing. They're already having their season cut short in March. And then you have, the 6 teams that don't make it. So that's 14 teams that are basically playing up until July, and that's it. And then they have this long layoff, this long off season. And then obviously the number continues to grow as the season dwindles and more teams get eliminated. Players need to get back on the court. They need to play for their, it's just a routine for them. They get in, they have a few months off season, and then they're ready. They're right back in training camp. They're right back doing all the pre-draft workouts and all that stuff. For me, it's just the season needs to go on. You can't just say, oh, well, I got to stop. I need a break because I just finished 2 months ago. Okay, that's fine for some players. I understand if LeBron needs to take a 2-week break to start the season. That's fine, whatever. But a lot of these teams haven't had a chance to play in a while, and they deserve that chance to play. So, that, I don't know. That's me. I don't care about the fact that some players are like, oh, I don't want to play. The NBA, the Players Association signed off and said, yeah, we're going to start on this date. So get there and go work. That's your job still. Just go out there and finish it.
Yeah, I agree with Tommy. It's just like any other year. This year is probably a little special because of COVID and all that. And I low-key think that, everything's going to get shut down anyway, so they're going to get what they wish for. But yeah, you gotta go out and play at the end of the day. That's why they get paid the big bucks. You know.
Yeah, I
Cream
mean,
makes it clean.
no, I just it's like you said, Ty. Like as a fan, I'm very excited about NBA coming back earlier rather than later. But I just want free agency and all that to pass already. Like I want that to all happen because there's so many rumors swirling around the NBA that I just like they're crazy, and a lot of them have to do with the Celtics
And with the Pacers.
and the Pacers. Yeah, Celtics and Pacers. There's rumors of swapping Victor Oladipo and Gordon Hayward. There's my favorite rumor is apparently Danny Ainge wants to package 3 first-round draft picks to the Pelicans along with Gordon Hayward and Daniel Tice to get the Pelicans' higher first-round draft pick, Drew Holiday and Miles Turner.
Hey, can I preface this by saying Danny?
So wait, is that the one where Hayward goes to Indy and Turner goes to Boston?
Yeah.
I love Gordon Hayward. Came from Butler. Came from my high school. So I don't care. Get. We need a restart here. Bring me in, Gordon. Bring me in.
But can you just imagine the Celtics roster with Miles Turner at center, Drew Holiday at shooting guard, Kemba at point guard, and then you have Tatum at power forward. You have
Jalen
a strong forward, and then Marcus Smart coming off the bench as 6th man. That just sounds insane.
Yeah, that's a really tough defensive team. But
and the fact that they have shooters.
I
like
wouldn't
that.
necessarily call Drew Holiday a shooter. I wouldn't necessarily.
I feel Holiday is very ball dominant.
Tatum's a shooter. Jalen's a shooter, and Kemba. When Kemba's healthy, he's a shooter.
Who's the shooter? Who's the first one?
Tatum,
You said Tatum.
Jalen, and Kemba.
I wouldn't necessarily call Jalen a shooter though.
I kind of think of Jalen as a slasher more than a shooter.
No way.
Yeah,
But also I can't put too much thought into it because I don't watch a lot of Celtics games. So obviously I would defer to you for that one. But to me, when I've seen him play, he looks like more of a slasher to me.
He's more of a slasher. Like he can shoot. Like he's a scorer at the end of the day. But
yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I wouldn't call him a shooter. He's more of a more better percentage shooter version of DeMar DeRozan.
Interesting. That's an interesting comparison.
Yeah, he gets a little better than DeMar DeRozan, but they kind of have the same game.
Whoa. A little better than DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah, he shoots a little better than DeMar.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he is a little better. I was about to say.
No, I'm saying he's a better shooter than DeMar DeRozan, but they have pretty much the same game. Right?
Okay.
Fair
enough.
So I wouldn't necessarily call him a shooter. Like Kemba, again, he can shoot, but he's more of a crafty, inside.
Yeah. I think you run a risk with that team, and trust me on that. When you look at that team, like that roster on paper, man, that looks like a good team. That team should be the number 1 seed in the East. My only problem is when you have Kemba and Drew Holiday, who are both kind of ball dominant guards, to where they like to facilitate the ball around the court and be the guy. I think you run into a problem with that because we've seen that with past teams, having to, obviously Drew Holiday has played a little bit more shooting guard in the latter part of his career, but he does play point guard still. He does bring the ball up a lot, and so when you have 2 conflicting roles with those 2, I think you can run into some trouble. But no, I agree with you. If that trade gets pulled off, I think all 3 teams win, because not only do you get you get a high draft pick for Boston, who we don't know who they'd use it on. Pelicans get a lot of good pieces with their 3 draft picks and Daniel Tice, who I think could really help that team. And Indy gets rid of Miles Turner's contract and kind of creates that separation that you had, that problem that you had with having Sabonis and Turner. They don't work well together, and you bring home Gordon Hayward, which I know a lot of Indiana fans would love, me included.
So I want to rewind it back for a second to the whole shooter conversation. What stats does somebody need to be classified as a shooter? What do they have to average in a
I
season?
think I don't think it's necessarily like stat. Well, I think like
It's just
the
a play
more
style type
yeah,
thing.
the play style thing. Like it's like
If they choose to drive more than they do to like
yeah,
spot up, that's what I think of as a shooter
it's more
versus
about
a
fluency.
slasher.
You feel me? It's more about
I
fluency.
guess.
Like I would rather leave Jalen Brown open than let him drive and dunk all over my whole team.
Yeah, and to add on to that, and the same thing is I still would be worried if I left Jalen Brown open because I know he can spot up and shoot the ball, but I'd be more worried
Yeah,
him trying to get a 3-point play, a contact layup or something,
yeah,
versus him taking a mid-range shot.
exactly. Like in the playoffs, it's all about situational basketball. I would go under his screen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be hell bent on trying to go over his screen.
I digress. Whatever. I think he's a shooter. I call him a shooter, but
I would
that's-
I would even trap off of Jalen Brown. No lie, and just rotate the guy over.
Man, now you guys make me want to play some 2K or something and see what Jalen Brown's shooting ratings are. See what he does. I'll give you a trifecta report after. We'll do a special stream of me. Yeah, I'll play the computer.
All right, Tommy. I think it's time for your hot take.
It is.
I think the fans have been waiting for this for a
Like
while.
4 weeks, they've been waiting for the hot take, and it returns.
So here we go. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Oh boy.
It's time for Tommy's hot take.
So for this week's product placement, we're going a little off the wall here. And when you say wall, I want you to think of, what do you think of when you see walls? Do you think of homes?
I think of Vans.
Like-
Vans off the wall.
Better Home and Gardens candles. It's found specifically at Walmart. This one is Blue Fern and Citrus. Now key in on that last word, citrus. Tyrone, Jared, is there a color or a fruit that you think of when you hear the word citrus?
Lemons.
Lemons?
Orange.
Orange. Ty got it. And that is what's going to lead to my hot take. All four orange teams are going to win tomorrow and on Monday. The Cleveland Browns hosting the Houston Texans. That's a dub. The Denver Broncos going to Vegas to play the Raiders. That's a big boy dub, and you know it.
Not even a little bit.
The Bears on Monday night hosting the Minnesota Vikings.
Sure.
And the biggest upset, my man, Joey Burrow, going into Pittsburgh, ending the Pittsburgh Steelers' undefeated start to this season with his first victory against the Steelers. That's my hot take, sponsored by Better Home and Gardens. Blue Fern and Citrus candles, only $12 at your local Walmart. Make sure to pick them up in the candle aisle. Thank you very much for Tommy's hot take.
Yo, it wasn't until you said the Joe Burrow.
I'm telling you, man, that Bengals offense is so fun to watch. They can do it. They can go into Pittsburgh and get that. Think about that. That's a signature win for Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow. Joey Money, my dude, he's going to do it. I'm telling you.
You know,
Better Homes and Gardens.
That the Bengals are fun to watch. They definitely are a lot of fun to watch. But, and I really hope they beat Pittsburgh. But, I'm about to be a hater real quick. The Broncos are not beating the Raiders.
Okay.
The Broncos are not beating the Raiders.
Whatever happened to Joe Mixon? I remember his name being thrown in the top 5 conversation a little earlier in the season. Jared's not a you.
Yeah, I remember when the Bears drafted a good quarterback.
Never.
Hey man, we already know that. I'm not as sad about that. But that Joe Mixon takes place.
Yeah, but Joe Mixon's been hurt, man. That's fine.
He's been hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt a little bit. I think he missed a few games. Yeah, because I started Giovanni Bernard in fantasy one week, man. That's how desperate I was. He did pretty good though.
I started him in one of my leagues,
I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and he had like 25 points or something.
Yeah, he played pretty well. It was against the Colts. They almost beat the Colts.
And I had Tyler Boyd in there too, and he got me another 20 points. I was like, what the heck?
I love Tyler
That's impressive.
Boyd.
I do too.
That dude's so good.
Whatever happened to AJ Green? Like, I just know he played like 1 or 2 games.
He got hurt again, but
Crazy.
This is the last year on his contract. He wants out. The Bengals didn't want to trade him. He's going to a different team next year.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
I was going to say AJ Green's going to Buffalo next year.
Now that
I wouldn't try to pick up AJ Green. Like, no.
Yeah, he needs. I would only get him if it was a cheap contract. I think there's too many good players. I'd sign him to a 1-year, prove it, $6 million, $7 million deal. Like, let me see what you got.
He's like a Dez Bryant right now. Though.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they're finally letting Burrow kind of open up the playbook, and they're letting him throw the ball more. Okay, that sounds wrong because he threw 50 passes in week 3. They're giving him better routes to throw to, and you're seeing his completion percentage rise, and he's playing at a better level. I think he's got, I want to say 11 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. He's playing really well, and you're seeing that with T. Higgins. Man, what a pick though.
I have T. Higgins.
That dude is a dog.
He's a baller.
And Tyler Boyd and AJ Green. AJ Green's I think he's stashed on my roster. I think he's somewhere deep, just kind of like a pickup. I'd be okay with playing him, but yeah, I don't see Green returning. I think they can get a receiver in the 3rd or 4th round and just kind of run with Higgins and Boyd, because Higgins is, in my opinion, a better AJ Green. He is a bigger and faster AJ Green, and he plays. Man, I don't know, Ty, if you saw that sideline catch that he had a few weeks ago.
I just watched the points go up. I don't watch the Bengals.
You should go. Yeah, I don't blame you, but you should go check it out, because that kid can play. I mean, Higgins, he should not have dropped as far as he did.
I love him.
He's not as good as Jerry Jeudy though. Judge Jeudy. Stop.
I actually named one of my teams Judge Judy's bench.
How much do you want for Judge Jeudy? Can we still do trades?
Yeah, man. I think we can still do trades.
I'll send you an offer because I want him.
That's
my dude. I want him for tomorrow's game. When he beats the Raiders, I'm gonna say 9 catches, 156 yards, 2 tutties.
Oh no, bro!
I'll give him 3 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Guess what? If that's what it is, that's fine with me, because that's still 16 points.
It really is, though.
Need that dub. Hey, need that big dub.
Yeah, I know you lost to me last week.
Barely. You got saved by the Patriots defense getting that lucky interception at the end there. You almost lost it.
Actually,
if I didn't start Phillip Lindsay, because the Broncos for some reason he's like the devil. They don't want to give him the ball or something. Let's just hand the ball off to Melvin Gordon for his 1-yard gains every play. My goodness, bro. I swear, I have an aneurysm every time I watch them play in the first 3 quarters. It's like the 4th quarter, I turn the game on. I'm like, oh, they're playing well. This is the Broncos.
Yeah, no,
even if the Patriots didn't get that interception, I still won by 3 points.
I almost beat you, so that's fine. I almost did it. I almost pulled it off. Just wait till the playoffs, man. I don't start playing hard till the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, okay. It's not your choice. It's your player's choice.
It's my choice.
Anyway.
Knock him out the box.
Before we end today's show, I want to wish Ty a good luck in this week's matchup. Our matchup is pretty good in fantasy.
I thought you were about to wish him happy birthday or something.
Told you guys,
happy anniversary, Ty.
I told you guys Derrick Henry was still back down. And y'all didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, he got shut down on Thursday night in that second half.
He had 100.
In the second half, bro. And I said the second half.
Oh, okay. Because he definitely got me 12.9 points.
12?
Yeah, he had.
That's nothing, bro. Come on.
He didn't score a touchdown, but he had all of those off of his yards. That's pretty decent.
And receptions. I'm sure he had a few
You know
receptions.
who went off last week was Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook went off for 40.
Dirty, bro. Dirty.
So did Josh Allen, though.
But the Bears are about to slow that man down this week. because that's the
No.
only thing.
I hope so, because Tommy's hot take's riding a two-win streak.
Hey man, that's the only thing the Bears can do. That's the only thing I'll say they can do is
All
slow
right.
them down.
Hey man, Darnell Mooney or whatever his name is needs to get me some points because I'm starting him this week. That's a reach right there, but he got 11 targets last week, so I need some money right there.
Well, guys, we have come to the end of the show.
Oh,
Tyrone, tell everyone where they can find you.
All right, you can find me at Ty_Talk Sports. You can find me on Facebook at Tyrone Stallworth. Just look for this beautiful face and the long locks. You feel me? And you can also find me on Twitter at TYEE_3. But you won't have fun with me on there because I definitely do not.
Tommy, where can everybody find you?
If you want to find me on the Twitter, where I say some of the ridiculous stuff that I talk about on here, might even throw a little sponsorship in from Better Home and Gardens Candles. Find me at TommySmith1515 on the Twitter, and yeah, I don't know why you'd want to follow me though, because I really just talk about some random stuff. So, but go ahead if you want to.
My personal sponsorship is by White Claw because Tommy makes me want to drink.
I have that effect on a lot of people. Don't worry.
No.
It's my Tinder profile.
Oh my god. Before we hop off, I gotta remind everybody that Ty did say he was gonna dye his hair blonde or something, get blonde tips and go Super Saiyan. So I don't want anybody to forget that. That is coming. Ty will be going Super Saiyan. You guys can find. What was I going to say? Okay. You guys can find me on Twitter at JournalistJ0. You can find me on Facebook at Jared0. Very much like Ty says, look for this ugly face on Facebook.
Don't say that.
Oh, come on, man. You have a face.
And then,
face that only a mother can love, baby.
right?
And mother loves it, bro.
Don't forget to check out all the great content constantly going up on backsportspage.com. You can check out all the great web shows that are being hosted off topic with Randy Zelia, the Hardwood Huddle with Randy and Bill Ingram. You got the Deep Six podcast that Tommy is a part of, the Zero Tech podcast with Ryan Stern. They talk football. They're on every Wednesday. And obviously, don't forget about us, your favorite show, the Trifecta, which you can find every Saturday at 3 p.m., assuming one of us isn't stupid. You can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere Back Sports pages. Find us there. But until next week, guys, I'll see you later.
Drink your water.